how did you guys sleep at the
all
Chick
three of
Salute
us
house?
were in one bed.
You guys were all in one king size bed.
Yeah.
We were in a king size bed, but the wind was howling all night long, wasn't it?
So loud.
I wore
So
earplugs.
loud.
Sleeping at the resort. We never did say this, but sleeping at the resort at the Fives was also really tough.
So
You
hard.
could hear everything that was happening. The way it's set up is there's a big inner courtyard,
Which
which
is
is really cool. It's open to the sky and there's lots of really cool plants. But basically, all the rooms are on and there are 4 stories. There's a ground.
Yeah, and
There's
if
like
you're
a zero.
talking in that atrium,
Everyone can hear you.
it's like like you're in the people's room.
Nice.
So we didn't sleep really well there. I think I wore earplugs every night at
I
the
had to
resort.
sleep on a couch
I wore earplugs.
that creaked every time you
I
moved.
wore earplugs in Chick's Loop. I mean, Tulum was great. It was very
Tulum
quiet.
was great. That was
Except for the
Except for
Pickin.
the Pickin.
If someone can please comment and tell us what that bird is, so that we can lobby for them to be assassinated. No.
What?
No, endangered.
Species.
No. Extinct. I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm kidding. So we did not sleep super well, but honestly, I slept okay at the Progresso house more than I did at the resort. I struggled to sleep at the resort.
I fell asleep pretty quickly.
But anyway, so we got up and we hit the road. I mean, that
Yeah.
place, we did not want to be in that place. It was not
in
clean.
the kitchen. The
I
kitchen
think
smelled.
The kitchen was so
We
gross.
didn't even eat there.
We
That's
really
when
didn't.
we went to Walmart to buy
Yeah, that's
breakfast.
right. We
We
well,
got Pop
we
Tarts.
thought we would just get like McDonald's or something on the way to,
That's
but the
right.
only McDonald's that was on our way was in the Walmart,
Yeah.
and it was closed. The
Yeah.
Walmart was open, but the McDonald's was closed.
Okay, first of all, for the record, can
You
I just
didn't-
say
I didn't want to go to McDonald's.
that I was staunchly opposed to going to any American store while we were in Mexico, but you know,
Agreed.
We just needed a place
I
to get
wasn't
breakfast, and we knew we wanted it to like just get it quickly and keep moving. Anyway,
Around
it was a thing. So instead of getting McDonald's, we just got like snack bars and cookies
Yeah.
and water and stuff. And then we headed to the the ruins, which were
is this
Uxmal.
Uxmal? Yeah.
Uxmal. So
Spelled
Uxmal
So X is
in the
In
Mayan
Mayan.
language. And so Uxmal was like about what'd you say, like a third the size of Chichen Itza?
It was
maybe
so cool.
maybe a
It was
quarter.
big. It wasn't as big as
It was-
Chichen
it
Itza. I don't really know.
I mean, there were some enormous buildings there, but I think the grounds
Were like
was
a quarter
definitely
of
a
the
lot
size.
smaller.
But there was no one there and no vendors. No vendors.
No
at all.
vendors, which was amazing.
Zero.
So few people.
It was
so
very
few
much
others.
less directed towards
When
tourists,
we
which is
got
probably
there,
why.
we were the first car in the parking lot. Don't you remember? I was
Oh,
like,
really?
where do we park? And I didn't have pesos to pay the guy to park. And I was like, I only have American, and he didn't have any change. And he was like, well, just pay me when you come out. And I was like, where do we park? And he was like, anywhere. So I mean, it was like
Empty parking lot. It
huge
was
parking
crazy.
lot and no one there. And
Yeah.
we were just like, what, is it closed? But it was open, it was fine. But there were, even the whole day, even when we left, there was nobody there. It was just, it's just
It's
not,
very nice.
it's
very
not
quiet.
as famous
Yeah.
of a tourist
Oh, but it
destination.
was
I don't know
so
why.
cool.
It was just as beautiful.
It was
as
really
Chichen
cool.
Itza.
Yeah, it was. It's not as huge, but there are some enormous
Well,
buildings there, and
it
the
is
carvings
huge.
are
It's-
incredible.
it's
It is
bigger-
as huge, but you can only go
You
around
can
a
only
tiny
walk
bit of
around
it.
a tiny bit of it.
Yeah, they had a lot of it.
Not
like,
a tiny bit. It's still like an hour
Yeah,
and
that's
a half
true.
walking.
Like the percentage of what we could see, we could only see like a fifth,
yeah,
maybe less, of what was actually there.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it was still, there was no one there. I
There was
mean, and
nobody
then we
there.
ate lunch. We ate lunch there as well because we had nowhere. We had all our luggage because we were going to a new Airbnb at this
Yeah.
point. So we didn't want to, you know. Again, like I said, like they're just. It's hard to explain, but the roads between places in Yucatan are super rural. I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing. There's no gas stations. There's no restaurants.
Yeah,
There's
there are
nothing.
like plants growing over the road. Like you can't even see the edge of the road because it's just like all plants growing over it.
But after we left Uxmal, we went to the chocolate museum.
Oh right.
Oh,
But we did,
yeah,
but we did eat lunch
so
first.
we ate
We
at
did
the
eat lunch
restaurant
first.
there, but we were the only people in the restaurant.
Yep.
Which was really weird.
Some of the food was so spicy. It was amazing.
It was really good.
Um,
This
and
sauce
so
was amazing.
the
Yeah, right across the
chocolate.
street from Uxmal was Coco Story.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Choco
Story.
Choco
It was
Story.
so cool.
Well, we saw it when we were driving in, and our Airbnb didn't open up until later. So we
3
were like,
o'clock.
well, we have another hour to kill. So
I have Mom to thank because I didn't want to go in.
You did
She
not
didn't
wanna
wanna
go.
in.
I don't think you wanted to go in
I
either.
didn't want to go in either. It was
It's chocolate.
It
Well-
was so awesome. So basically,
It wasn't even.
So you go on your tour. You pay. I mean, you just pay for it, and then you.
And it was cheap. It wasn't
Yeah.
that expensive at all.
And they have umbrellas, so you can just take.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, it
it,
was kinda
it
raining.
started raining.
It's not an indoor museum. When it
Yeah,
says
it's-
museum, it's like a bunch of palapa. Sort of palapa?
Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
huts.
They're
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
huts
and
of
like a
tiny
path.
bits of museum.
And so basically, they have a bunch of these animals and like rescue animals, and they were so cool. So basically, my favorite part of the Coco Museum was you can go
To a gumball
to a
machine.
gumball machine, basically, put 1 peso in, turn the little dial, and like either monkey or other animal food will come out, and you can feed the animal.
Yeah.
It was so cool. So I got to feed a monkey. I got to feed a bunch of different monkeys. I got to feed. They were all spider monkeys.
Mhm.
Even a
I
baby
got to
spider
feed.
monkey.
It was so cute.
The tiny one.
I got to feed
Deer.
deer. I got to feed. What were the other animals? We didn't get to feed the crocodile because
We didn't feed the crocodile. We didn't
Didn't
feed the
jaguar. So
jaguars.
we finally got to see a jaguar. They're so tiny.
Yeah, small but beautiful.
they're so cool.
So it was really cool. Apparently, they
No,
have these Choco Story museums all over the world,
We'll
wherever
have to
it's,
go see them all.
where-
I'd say we do see them.
but only where it's relevant to the
History.
history
Yeah.
of chocolate.
Oh,
And there was one there was one in Chichen Itza too.
Another thing that was super awesome was in one of the palabras they made you.
It wasn't really a palapa because it
Hut.
wasn't
more,
open. But
yeah, it was
It's
more
like a big hut.
in one of the rooms.
big
Yeah.
hut. And
buildings.
so they made you hot chocolate in the old Mayan style. It was so cool. So Mayans actually make their hot chocolate spicy, so you could add like chili pepper, or like if you just want to do like the regular, you could add sugar.
Yeah, there's
and
cinnamon,
cinnamon.
it was
cumin.
like drinkable. It was cocoa powder with like.
Well, and they do
Water.
it differently for the one that they drink than the chocolate that they make. So they don't process the chocolate beans
Yeah,
when they're making it for the drink. It's like a fresher bean
it was.
than it is.
It
in,
was
like,
really
the-
good.
But that was fun. So Uxmal and the Chocolate Museum were super cool. And then we headed into Merida, which is the
Merida.
capital of
Merida.
Yucatan, which is, you know, a proper city. Checked into our Airbnb.
Our Airbnb
made
was
some
so
food.
cool.
So we'll show you that now. We'll show you our
I
Adventure.
loved
It
it.
was so cool.
really
That was
cool.
really
And then we'll
Yes.
Hola.
Bonjour.
to the second floor.
It might just be burnt out.
It's more like a partial kill.
Furniture. I mean, this alone is like
So heavy.
huge.
Alright.
Whoa, that is a
Oh
massive.
my.
That's not a tub, I don't think.
I don't think so either. I think,
I think
it's
that's
just
just a
like
shower.
You can fill it up a little bit.
Is there a skylight in there?
Yeah, there is. Super cool.
Oh,
And then this is our
that's
other.
amazing.
That was a gecko that fell.
Wow. A gecko though?
Or the lizard
love
fell.
that.
Oh my gosh, it's so tiny.
It fell all the way from the ceiling.
It's
Oh, there's a
That must have been a hard
You guys get to shower with a gecko.
shower with the gecko.
Oh, this is.
Whoa, the built-ins.
The cat, it's the clouds. They're so beautiful.
More drinkable water.
Drinkable water. Do we have the same thing where it like?
Right there in the wall.
Perfect.
So you have drinkable water in every bathroom.
Okay, so actually,
That's
those
wonderful.
are one of those right here at the pool, right now.
What?
I'm gonna show
Oh,
you.
that looks the same. Does it say drinking water? I don't know if it's hooked up.
Crazy.
Cool.
Bzz, bzz, bzz.